Hi everyone, my name is Dr. Lynn Carey, and I am here to talk to you today about living on purpose. So, when I was growing up, I was full on in the rat race, going to school, doing activities. Then, as I got older, working after school, studying hard, busy all the time. And the crazy part is, everything I did never prepared me for the real life. My real education started once I graduated and opened my practice as a chiropractor. Then I really realized I needed major life lessons on money, emotions, mindset, leadership, relationships, everything. And the thing is that the key that gets me is that pace, that rat race that we put kids in, to be in school all day and then to be busy with activities and studies afterwards, let alone get a part-time job. That busyness that I guess the majority of adults live in, that busyness, that's what made me sick. I was so depressed, had so much anxiety getting up every day, starting another day of that. And I got myself out of it because I did a lot of things to work on myself to get myself out of the matrix as an adult. And I didn't put my son in that world because I knew it was pointless, and I teach him other things. And I see so many people live off purpose because they just live busy. They're running themselves mad all the time. They never stop. They never have time because they keep themselves busy. I see people spending more time planning a vacation than planning their life. And I don't understand, because if my life was that busy, when I was a kid, my mom took me, in fact, on like every other year, because my dad died when I was 12, so it was just her and I. She would take me on like a 4-day vacation to an island. And it was like every other year she would get some kind of vacation special through Apple, or I think back in the day. And it was so painful for me to go to that island, whether it was the Bahamas or Aruba, and decompress for those 4 days, and knowing that I had to go back into that rat race and not have another break like that again for another 2 years. It was almost more painful to be on the vacation and be in that beautiful tropical place at peace, resting, knowing to me that wasn't real life. I just knew life was you had to be busy, work hard, and suffer. And I just see people staying busy because, number one, if they sat still with themselves, they can't be with their own thoughts. And people wonder why they get sick. Your whole body is vibration and energy flow. If you can't even find time to feel the energy flowing in your body, guess what? You're going to get sick, because that's the only time you stop. Why do you think we have these major diseases? When we have these people getting diagnosed with these major diseases, and everybody wants to make an excuse. There's always an excuse for another disease. I don't believe in any disease. It's all either you're flowing your energy or you're not. You can label it whatever you want, drug it all you want, cut it out all you want. That's not health. It's learning to flow your energy and having more faith in the God-given design of your body than some label that a scientist or a doctor is giving you, where they're labeling where you're blocked energy. Because they don't understand it. Believe me, they don't understand it. It's a guessing game. It's a practice. And so you get wiped out with a disease name, because that will get your mind to finally stop focusing on the busyness of your life. Now you have another drama to deal with, though. But that's when you get sympathy from your employer. That's when you get sympathy from your family. That's when you can get boundaries, because now you're sick. You see, so this busyness has got to stop. If you really want to live on purpose, get off everything on your calendar that isn't important. Now, I know sometimes you have to go to a job that you still hate, but you should have a plan. You should work on some kind of plan to get yourself out of the rat race and build wealth. You should be building assets that pay you whether you work or not. That's where you should be focusing your time. I see people starting businesses too that will never make them financially free. They don't even understand what financial freedom is. They don't understand the difference between trading time for money and assets, understanding the money in our world. It's so important. to understand that because it affects every aspect of your life. It affects your health. It affects every choice you make. So it's important to look at that. But once you're sick, you finally have a legitimate excuse from society to pull out and to stop. So give yourself one first before it's too late. But I do remember having my surgery when I was a teenager and thinking I was glad I was laid up in the hospital than living my life because I hated it so much. Because it was finally a break. I could just rest. And that had me drugged out of my mind too, because I would have been in so much pain. But I was on morphine. I was getting shots in my leg filled with morphine to just make me pass out. And it's just so sad, but the consciousness was not there. I just wanted out. I don't know what we're calling life. But so many people live that way. And so to live on purpose is really have a plan. Have a plan for your life. Be aware of the thoughts you're thinking, the energy you're putting out. How is the energy feeling in your body? It's not a disease label if you have a symptom. It's your body trying to get your attention to get it back to balance. Are you listening to it? The mental stress that you carry comes out physically. That's all it is, because it's all energy flow. How are you flowing your energy? What in your life is distracting you from things that you aren't facing? That's a lot of times people stay busy because they can't be still. Because they can't face inner issues or certain things in life. They don't want to face it. And that's why they have accidents. That's why they have crises. That's why they have diseases happen, because they're not paying attention to their energy flow. So when you really live on purpose, you start to be guided from the inside out. You take your time very seriously, and you're very organized, and you're very planned, and you live on purpose. I do not waste my time with busyness. I have a lot of time to think and be with myself, because if I'm too busy, if things get too crazy, if I have too many people pulling at me in a million directions, my energy gets off. So I'm always aware of my energy and when I need to pull in and clear it and align my energy. So when you start being led from the inside out, that's true awareness. That's living on purpose. That's living a life by design. So take some time to start living from the inside out. Start listening to your intuition, your hunches, your gut feeling. It guides you all the time. Let that be the prominent voice guiding your life, and things will start to turn around and get so much better. So that's all I have to share for today. Thanks for listening.